Sometimes dancing is all about the hair, and you just got to wave it around like you just don't care, because you can't do it when you're playing basketball. Sheridan versus Gillette in the 4A state championship game. First quarter, Sheridan wearing the white. Haley Lagaki's going to get the scoring started in this rivalry game by getting just a little closer, because she's not shy. After a couple of friendly bounces, the Lady Broncs take a 2-0 lead. Gillette didn't wait long to unleash their main scoring threat. Jordan Kelly works her way in for the first two of her many, and things are tied up on the scoreboard at 2 points apiece. Sheridan responded with their main scoring weapon. Kayla Woodward's going to position herself behind the three-point line. She'll let it fly and connect. That puts her team on top 5-2. She was just getting started, and that's a good thing for her team. Here she'll force her way through traffic, puts up a tough shot, but that'll drop as well. Lady Broncs looked good early, up 7-2. The Lady Camels would fight back. McCora Ford is ahead of the defense. They feed her the ball, and she'll feed the hoop 2 points and one more. The three-point play ties things up again at 7. This game went back and forth at times, but that made for a good game. Noelle Golenball collects her own miss and sticks it back in for 2, as Sheridan would reclaim the lead 9-7. But Gillette was quick to answer. Sarah Toms finishes the fast break with a lay-in of her own to tie the score up once again. This time it's 9-9. The Lady Broncs would step up their defense, and at times it would pay off. Woodward gets a backcourt steal and lay-in. That opens up a little space on the lead. It's now 14-9. The Lady Camels would make sure that things did not get out of hand. Sarah Riley's going to score off the miss. Her team still trails by 3, 14-11. Sheridan would reach into their bag of tricks on this one. Someone forgot about Brianna Smith, and she would score her only 2 points of the game right here. Her team's up 16-11. At times, you don't need a trick, you just need determination. Lagaki was not going to be denied on this drive and lay-in. She scored 13 points in the game. Sheridan led 19-13 after the first 8 minutes. Second quarter, Gillette would get it in gear. Kelly would do what she does best, and that's score with defenders in her face. Lady Camels are getting closer, down 19-15. Actually, the future Washington State Lady Cougar was bringing her team back by herself. She'll win this one-on-one exchange with Woodward, and the rest will give her one more. She'd miss, but score off her own rebound and tied at 19. Sheridan would try to regroup. Lagaki draws the defense to her, and watch the quick pass to Golenball. And that's how you execute a game plan. Lady Broncs are back up again, 21-19. The Lady Camels preferred to get their points the hard way. Tough jumpers in traffic. But that's what players like Riley are for. We have another tie. This time it's 21-all. As usual, ties are meant to be broken. Lagaki's going to stop, pop, and hit from about 10 feet. The Lady Broncs are trying to open things up against their opposition, leading 25-21 at this point. Then Gillette would make a move, and it was a good one. Casey Wise looks smart with a running hook shot on this play. Her Lady Camels are down by 2, 25-23. They were still on the move. This is Michaela Anderson taking the long pass and beating the defense to the hoop for 2 points. Last year's third-place team finally has the lead, up 26-25. A lot of long balls were put up in this game, but not many went in. Here's one of them that worked, courtesy of Anderson. Lady Camels were opening up a lead. It's now 30-26. We still have a little bit of time before the break. That's enough for Kelly to strike again. She needs about 18 feet. You can put that in the bank just before the buzzer. That caps off an 11-1 run. Gillette would take a 32-26 lead going into the locker room. Third quarter, actually, the run would continue for a little bit. Wise is at the top of the key, and she'll open the door for 3. Smart play. The Lady Camels now lead 35-28. Time for a little defensive transition. Ford saw that one coming, and she knows what to do with it. She had 14 on the game. Now the run is over. It was a 16-3 spurt. Gillette with their biggest lead at 9, 37-28. Sheridan had to make sure the deficit did not get into double digits, or else they were going to be in trouble. Woodward's going to swish upon a star for 3. Her team needed that one, as they're still down 37-31. The Lady Camels would get it back the old-fashioned way. Ford is on the run again. She'll pull up for a jumper, count it, and the foul. The three-point play makes it an 8-point affair, 40-32. Sheridan was slowly catching up at the free throw line. Gillette, meanwhile, preferred 2 points instead of 1 at a time. Kelly would lead all scorers with 34 points after this board and putback. It's still a 5-point game, 44-39. As I said, the Lady Broncs were getting back into this game. Woodward shows why she is going to the University of Wyoming next season. This jumper has her team down by 3, 44-41 going into the fourth quarter. Now that we're there, this is where things got interesting. The Lady Camels were trying to hang on to the lead. Toms is open behind the defense for 2 and 1. No good on the extra try, but the lead is back up to 5, 46-41. This is how Sheridan was getting closer. 37 trips to the charity stripe, but they only cashed in on 20 of them. It could have been better, but at least the deficit has been cut to 1 thanks to this effort by Steph Sessions. They were battling, and eventually their persistence paid off. Here's Sessions again. Not many field goals for her, but that one was important because her Lady Broncs have reclaimed the lead, 49-48, and would go up by 4 with some free throws later on. Gillette needed an offensive spark, and they get it here. Ford is going to chase that ball down. She'll get the putback hoop and the hack. Now, let's not get too excited now. There's still some time on the clock. And after the free throw, her team's down 52-51. Now, here's a reason to get excited if you're a Lady Camel fan. Ford was actually that spark her team needed. She wants 3 this time, and she'll get nothing but the bottom of the net. Gillette is back on top, 54-53. Later, things are tied at 54, so we got to break the tie again. Kelly, already the all-time leading scorer in school history. There's 2 more. The intensity of this game is starting to build. 56-54, Gillette leads. Sheridan needed their superstar to answer, and she would. Woodward, 24 points. There's 3 of them, and a quick timeout to calm things down. Lady Broncs still trail 58-57. But they wanted the lead. Here's Woodward again. Shot, whistle, count the bucket. No good on the extra try. But her team is back up 59-58. Moving ahead, there's the situation. Gillette trailing, and they don't have the ball. That is until Kelly makes a backcourt steal and converts, and the foul. She almost couldn't contain herself. The three-point play puts her team up by 2, 63-61. Now the game is at a critical juncture. Woodward has fouled out for Sheridan. It's in the hands of Golenbow at the charity stripe. She'll knock them both down. It's 63 all. Put 4 more minutes on the clock. We're going into overtime. Nice costume, but this is no video game. Besides, drama at a live sporting event is hard to beat. In the extra period, Gillette strikes first with a pair of free throws. Sheridan has to answer. Lagaki's try is no good, but Sessions fights for the offensive board and sticks in 2 of her 14. We're knotted up one more time at 65 each. But that was all the offense that they could muster, and Gillette would deliver the dagger to the heart. Carrie Borchgrevink, her only field goal of the game, a perfect 3-ball in the back pocket, and she could not have timed that any better. The Gillette Lady Camels win what was probably the best of all the basketball state championship games, 71-65. It's their 7th title in the last 11 years, and they finished this season with a record of 20-7.